How you feel about Trump saying black people built this country?
Did he say that?
Yeah.
What, recently?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no denial that some percentage of the manual labor in particular was done by black people in early America, but it almost feels un-Trump-like to even acknowledge that. He's always trying to draw attention to white grievances as opposed to, acknowledging the plight of the black American.
Well, I think his balance is good. Trump tends to he'll come in, he'll do something crazy for white America to make the blacks say, hey, man, what's going on? And then he'll come in, pardon Larry Hoover, the blacks built this country, and then says, I'm going to pardon Diddy.
Right, but everything that he does now needs to be viewed through the lens of are you doing this to take attention off of other things that you don't want to talk about? Because it feels like the Epstein thing is the one thing that his fan base is actually moved by. Joe Rogan, Andrew Schultz, a lot of these top commentators that have had his back for however many years are kind of looking at Trump now so you're not going to tell us anything about the Epstein shit. You're not going to release information. We have tons of information to suggest that you're all wrapped up in these files. And then meanwhile, you want us to care about random bullshit. You want to start talking about how Obama needs to be prosecuted. You want to talk about how the Redskins need to change their name back, all this shit. And even his fan base is looking at this we don't care. We want you to get to the bottom of this Epstein thing. And until you do so... Why? Because he promised for years and years and years that this was explosive information, that the Democrats had been hiding it. He claimed over and over and over that he barely had a relationship with Epstein. We're now kind of learning that Epstein might have been the closest friend that Trump has ever had throughout his entire life. So now I feel like Trump's fan base is finally really looking at him skeptically, and I don't know if it's enough to really ruin his base, but it feels like if the election were held today, this is the kind of thing that would actually really impact.
It's too late. He already in there.
Yeah. But
and I'm gonna be real. The black folks, we don't give a damn about what's going on with Epstein. What we care about is what things you can put in position for our communities to benefit from. Epstein's a white dude, right? Look like you a little bit.
I've never heard that before.
Y'all favor a little bit.
No, I've never heard that before, but...
He got a beard?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he does.
No.
Right? We don't give a damn about Epstein. I mean, look, if he did something to the children, I hope the children are all right, but end of the day, that's something that was happening in Caucasian land that really ain't our thing.
I don't know if he was taking part in young black girls, but he certainly was having sex with a lot of very, very young
I've seen
girls.
Epstein Island. I've been out there.
If you saw a video of Trump fucking a 16-year-old, would that be enough for you to turn your back on him?
Depending on what state he was in.
So you're more concerned about the legality of it.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? And I tell people this. If his ass in California, I'm going to look at him weird. When I was raised, I was grown, I was raised and grew up in California. So in my head, 18, 18, 18. People in Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, right? 16, 16, 16, Georgia. New York is 17. There's more 16-year-olds.
What if she was an age that was not legal in any state? What if she was 13?
Oh yeah, then he's a pedo.
Right, but would that get you to actually turn your back and speak out against him? Because that's what we haven't really seen his supporters do.
Yeah, at that point, I believe they could remove him from office.
I don't know.
Yeah, bro. I
guess I could charge
Trump
him, but
having sex with a minor, and that footage came up. Yeah, he's out of there.
The thing is that even if there was footage, it's probably not going to be conclusive enough. He's going to say it's not really him. He's going to say the girl was of age. He's going to say all these different things. And I feel like at a certain point, it's just going to, they're not going to be able to prove it conclusively enough. Even if they have a modern interview with the girl where she says that he did it, I feel like he's still going to be able to somehow worm his way out of it. Like he's wormed his way out of it.
The thing about it, they don't have this.
Well,
they're saying because he's this guy's friend. Just because he's his friend, maybe they did some business. This dude was a billionaire, right? So just because he's his friend and they did business doesn't mean Trump was involved in his pedophilia.
I agree with that. But there's a lot of like little things. You know, there was a note from Trump that he wrote to Epstein where he said, "May every day be another special secret," or some shit like that, which a lot of people are looking at that like, that's weird. And there's even like, you know, writings that Trump did where he mused about the fact that one of their main things that they had in common was a love of women together, although Epstein tended to like them a little younger. Like, this is actual shit that Trump said. And women, given the context of him,
he said women, not little girls.
Yeah, but he said that he liked them on the younger side, which, you know, honestly,
well,
I mean,
Trump
given that we know that Epstein was this prolific pedophile, it is kind of weird that you have multiple instances of Trump basically talking about secrets and young girls and shit. I mean, that's kind of odd, right?
But look, you and C-Mac got secrets.
Crip Mac?
Yo, you and Brick Baby got secrets.
What are my secrets with Crip Mac?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's things only you guys talked about.
You're implying that me and Crip Mac have done gay things together?
No, that ain't what I'm saying.
No.
That's not what I would never say that. I don't think Crip Mac's gay. Now, what I'm saying is everybody got some information they only share with an individual. That's the secret, right?
But if me and you were no longer cool, neither of us would be able to credibly accuse the other of pedophilia.
No, I mean, what do you mean? Like, I don't know what the hell you did. I hope you ain't did nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
I can say whatever I want about you, but
I don't. Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
lie.
You think when they doing business, some of the shit they do, the underhanded shit they do to get their way, to get these contracts, you think him and Elon Musk don't have any secrets? Elon came in there, secured a bunch of crazy contracts, and then made it look like it was an issue, so he got out of there.
Well, it's funny that
all
you
smoke and mirrors.
Say that because Elon basically accused Trump of being a pedophile.
He said those words?
Not those words, but he said Trump is in the Epstein files.
Okay. A lot of people's in the Epstein files. Remember that whole list came out
but the thing
of everybody that been to the island? Everybody that been to the island didn't participate in the activity with the kids.
But keep in mind, Elon said this at the peak of them beefing. And the thing is that we already know that Trump spent tons of time hanging out with Epstein. That's not news. So that's not the slam dunk that Elon was suggesting. But he did say that he was in the Epstein files. And this is the other thing, is that the Epstein files are the thing that Trump refuses to release, and people like Dan Bongino and Kash Patel, et cetera. These were all people who were very, very vocal about Epstein's list being released once Trump came into office, and now Trump's base feels very betrayed because he's not willing to provide this information. And Trump is actually lashing out at his fans for wanting this information that he previously told them that they deserved and that he would introduce to them. I'm not somebody who was terribly invested in all of this beforehand. It's only now, seeing how guilty Trump and all of his subordinates are acting, that I'm like, oh, okay, well, it seems like something fucked up is going on, because you guys all are clearly trying to draw attention away from this and are not handing over the information that you claimed like a few months ago that you had.
See, I knew it was a cover-up when they came with the Martin Luther King files.
Yeah, exactly. There's another thing that nobody gives a fuck about.
When they came with those files, I said, okay, they're trying to keep some attention off something else.
Yeah.
Now, my thing about it is this. Now, walk with me. Do you think if Trump was in those Epstein files in a foul manner, that they wouldn't have brought that up during the election?
No, for sure. Because, I mean, keep in mind that
Biden's in office.
Joe Biden was in office until very, very recently.
Now, do I think his name is mentioned in there? Do I think he did business with Epstein? I'm just looking. I'm not one of them people you could throw something out and I'm like, oh. Bro, Biden was in office. He despises Trump, right? He would have definitely exposed that. So them saying Trump's in Epstein files, okay, they came out with a list of celebrities that have been to Epstein Island. That don't mean those celebrities went there to do something crazy. You get what I'm saying?
And previously, I would have had your back on that. But the way that he's acting, as if there's something so damning that they don't want released in these files, that really makes me feel like, oh shit, now look, he's hiding something.
Do I think it's something in there that he may be held to answer to? Definitely. Do I think it's sexually related to children? No. Do I think it's business related to somehow, some way doing what he does best? Yes. I think if it's any foul play, it's on the business side. Ain't no way Biden would have let that go. Think about it. Like, bro, his VP is running against him.
I agree.
This is who he wants in office. right? He knows his family's protected, his son, memory partner's son, all that to be protected with her in office. So do I think it's some foul play in there when it comes to Trump? Yeah. Sexually with the children? No. If it was that, it would have been exposed.
Well,
but it's something there because...
He's the only person who can release this information.
What you mean?
I mean, nobody else is going to be able to officiate it being released than him.
Our government, like, so...
If there's nothing to hide, then he could easily soothe our concerns right now. And he's not.
No, you're right.
Instead,
but what
he's
I'm saying,
scrambling around like a chicken with his head cut off, talking about all this other random
So
shit.
you're saying he's going to delay it until he's out of office?
Well, that's what has been his strategy with a lot of things. Like, that's basically what he's always been doing with his tax returns. Tax returns typically get released when you're running for president. He said, no, I can't because I'm being audited. People said that doesn't make any sense. Here we are, over 8 years later, we still don't have the tax returns. So I feel like Trump is a master at sort of running out the clock and creating attention around other things to distract people from the thing that he doesn't want people to talk about. This might be the one thing that he's not able to run that game on.